All right, can you see me?
I can see you. Oh dang,
Oh,
that
great.
that goatee is getting more and more intense.
Yeah, it's really bothering me how the sides don't really do the same stuff, but it's cool. I'll stick with it.
Well, I was gonna say it's like it's kind of doing like a curve thing going on a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know why. I think it's just like my dad's genes are just so you've met my dad. You've
Of
seen his
course,
goatee.
I
So I
see him
feel like
on Sunday every or wait, not anymore, but never mind.
no.
That's a
But yeah.
but yeah. Um, cool. Well, Isaac, thank you for coming on at midnight your time to record this Stickscast. It just
No,
shows
it's
how
just happy to be
dedicated
here.
you are to the craft. Um, but so I think this will be a quick one so Isaac can go to sleep. Um, because I don't know, at least from what I see, you're not necessarily jumping off the walls right now in energy.
Yeah, yeah, you could say that. Yeah. Sorry, what's my voice right now?
Is it just like a bunch of exams and stuff you got going on right now? Because
Yeah, I bet it's mainly that. Yeah, I'm
yeah,
just really tired, man.
I got you. Okay, well, let's just get right fucking to it. I like
Oh, hey,
how
hey, hey, hey. Nils, there are important things to talk about that we can't really, forfeit.
okay, well, I was gonna say there is that thing, but well,
Yeah.
let's go
Do
through
you
it.
want to no talk
No, no,
about it?
no,
We
no,
got to
no, no,
talk about
no,
it.
no, no, no. You introduce it. Do it. Talk about it.
Oh, all right. So, really interesting time. I know we said we were gonna switch, but like really interesting time to be Burundi. I wouldn't call us fans. Burundi like reporters. I don't want to be a reporter in Burundi.
Analysts.
Burundi's biggest podcast. It's definitely an interesting time to be a part of it because there might be a like regional war right next to them because the, the DRC, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, violated Rwandan airspace, so they shot a missile at the plane. And then the DRC said it was an act of war. So there just might be a big war.
I don't know. When
Probably
you
not. Probably not, but maybe.
I I remember because
Non-zero.
you texted me about that, and I literally like had to do a fat amount of Google like to find like no one's really talking about it at all.
Hmm. Yeah. So
Just
there's that.
kind of crazy. But yeah, I don't have like in 2022 heavy tensions. Like I don't know the stem of the conflict between the two nations,
Right.
right? Do you know at all, or is it just I so when you search Democratic Republic of the Congo and Rwanda, it has a like a Google suggestion on Wikipedia, and there is a start date, and it's March 27th, 2022 to present. Um, so let me do a little.
All right.
I'm confused what started on that day.
Yeah.
Beginning this crisis related to an ongoing. I'm reading off Wikipedia, right? By the way,
Mhm.
is related to an ongoing offensive beginning in March 2022 by the March 23rd movement M23. Oh, that's kind of badass of a name. Sorry. Not that war is
It's a
cool.
date.
Yeah, wait, the March 20. Okay, oh, dude, there is whoa. There is a whole can of worms going on with this. Which the Congo and the United Nations accused Rwanda of not only supporting. Wait, sorry, fuck. It began by the March 23rd movement, which is a Congolese revolutionary army that is most part formed of ethnic Tutsi, based in eastern areas of the Democratic Republic of Congo. Um, and so the Congo and the UN accused Rwanda of not only supporting but fighting for them. Oh. Um, And then Rwanda and M23 have also accused the DRC of working together with the Democratic Forces for the Liberation of Rwanda, a racist Hutu power paramilitary group that took part in the Rwandan genocide. Wow.
Big words.
I should have, dude. This happens every time where I like you bring up a headline and then this is an insane amount of
Yeah.
history. Um, you know what? Let's because it's Wednesday. I think it'll still be. Maybe we can go back to this on Monday, next Monday when we record,
Okay.
and we'll have
Mhm.
more time. Um, so maybe this will be a like update for the listener back at home. Maybe do some googling, and then you can hear
Mhm.
our full thoughts. Unless did you have any more
Right.
like thoughts you wanted to say now before? Yeah.
No, no,
Okay.
no. I'm all good. No, I'm good.
No, the only reason because I was reading that Wikipedia article and I couldn't see the zoom, and so I just thought it'd be like you were just asleep or whatever. I just didn't even know. I just passed out and I was just talking.
No.
Um, but okay, yeah. So we'll talk about that next Monday. We'll actually, or at least yeah, we'll do some actual reading into it because
And
the
and us
moment
trying to cure polio.
yeah, the moment I read racist Hutu power paramilitary group, I was like, okay, that's crazy. But yeah,
It's a
and we
big
get
can of
it.
worms.
We are talking about like Burundi. It's not like they have a direct alliance with it, but
Right.
they are
They're neighbors.
bordered. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
neighbors, and they've been trying to. But we'll see. So, um, speaking of, no, I'm not going to joke about that. I was just trying to think of a good transition.
Oh,
Um,
I
but
see.
um, but John Wick 4, which came out last week, um, directed by sorry, fuck. Directed by Chad Stahelski, who directed all the other John Wicks.
Hmm.
Um, the synopsis goes, no way back, one way out. With the price on his head ever increasing, John Wick uncovers a path to defeating the High Table. But before he can earn his freedom, Wick must face off against a new enemy with powerful alliances across the globe and forces that turn old friends into foes. Um, Isaac, what did he think of John Wick Chapter 4?
I think it started out really well, but like, man, I've seen each and every one of these movies,
Mm-hmm.
some multiple times. I'm like I've had enough John Wick, if I'm being honest, man.
Oh,
But other like I think the act one was really well done. I think it was like really great. Then the rest of it was just like a slog for me, honestly. But that's
damn.
not because of the movie itself. That's more because of the franchise, right?
Okay. I see what you mean.
So,
I think no, that's a good topic here. Because yeah, I've seen all the movies, and I think I'll catch back up to John Wick 4 in a second.
mhm,
Because yeah, like when I first watched John Wick, the first film, I was like, whoa, completely
yeah,
just like shocked me.
mhm,
Um, and then I remember the second one, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool, but I was like kind of like burnt a little
mhm,
bit, or it didn't have the same like hit mentally that the first one did. And then I
right.
saw a third one, and I remember like there were some really cool standout scenes, but then also really, I was like, holy shit. I was really starting to feel it. So by the time then John Wick 4, by the way, really quick, do you hear like a buzz at all that's coming? Or it if you don't, that's fine.
It might be my laptop
No, no, no,
thing.
no, 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 no.
No, 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 hold on. I
It's
got this.
because I think it's literally
Because if
just
you
my
can hear it,
headset.
if you can hear it, I'm assuming someone here, let me turn on silent mode.
Okay.
And then if it loads, this will be edited out.
Yeah. No, it's like I think it's my from my end and from everything because it's like a tiny little buzz. But if you don't hear it, then I know it's
I
not.
mean, it's just my computer fan's going off. It's just I won't assume that's what
No,
you're
no, no.
feeling.
It's not that. It's trust me, you're
Can
fine.
you
You're
still hear
fine.
it?
No, no, no. I'm telling you, it's literally a like 1 second, like the tiniest thing that I think it's like the friction of my headphones. So don't worry about it. I promise. It's just me.
Well, but like, can you still hear it though?
No, I can't hear right now.
Oh, okay, cool. All right.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I talked. Yeah. So John Wick 3, right? And I was like, So by the time then John Wick 4 came out, I was like, oh, that's neat. But I wasn't, as hyped as I probably was, for like the third one.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but actually for me, this was a huge like rebirth in
Oh,
excitement
really?
for me for this film.
Okay.
Um I it is definitely long. It's almost 3 hours long. But to be honest, I would say just honestly like 90% of this film I actually was fully just enthralled by. I
Hmm.
actually I wasn't slogged down or anything. Um Unlike the John Wick 2 or 3. And
Hmm.
I thought at least this fourth one really they knew the strengths of what like people were expecting and were able to maintain a fresh amount of action
Hmm.
throughout. Although despite like maybe like the stair scene, I won't lie, where I was like, oh, fuck. I just kind of want to go. Um, but no, let's expand back to what. So when you're saying right with the act one, you were really was that mainly up to the point? I think also was that mainly up to the point of like the Japan hotel
Hmm.
and the end of it?
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
That was the best part in my opinion.
No, yeah, like well, it was funny because yeah, no, the like they had the daughter character who was insane. I mean, and especially if someone's listening and hasn't seen the movie, like this is truly an ultimate showcase of like just action, and that's it. Like the
Hmm.
really, I've said this to my friends and family when I've talked about this film, where I don't think I'm exaggerating when 80% of this film's runtime is action.
Yeah. No, you're
It's
probably right.
insane. Um, and, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, no, especially the Japan scenes are fucking sick. I think was
Mhm.
this the first film where like they established, um, like just the generic like security guards have like arm bulletproof shit going on like their arms, or was that in the previous films?
I'm not sure.
I don't because it's like the main thing, right, with John Wick is his preferred weapon of choice is a pistol. So then it's
Hmm.
just like it kind of makes it a little difficult then when he's going to get up against like the previous movies, he always was mainly going up against like armed dudes,
Hmm.
right? So then it made the gunfights feel as less like involved, like
Right.
right with like the action choreography and like but this time they gave like almost all of his enemies like bulletproof arms and shit. So even though the
Hmm.
John Wick like had a pistol, they required like so much energy from a single encounter
Yeah.
um with it. But no, yeah, and no, yeah, and there's a lot of just cool even in that Tokyo scene, there's a lot of just cool characters they have that have their own fighting abilities and are really unique. Um
Hmm.
was it mainly um besides like John Wick, who is your favorite fighter in that film? Because there's a bunch of different
Um,
characters.
yeah, nobody was really cool. Probably. Yeah, I'd say that.
Oh, okay. Sorry. When you said nobody was really cool, I was like, damn, Isaac really fucking hates that movie. But
Oh, no,
I
no, no.
know
The
the
the guy, the
character.
guy. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was oh god. No, that was sick. I don't know. I like and so yeah, yeah. I think for my favorite character in terms of like the fighting style, I will say I already forgot like a lot of the characters' names. But the guy that's played by the who's basically Daredevil in this movie, like the
Oh,
blind
yeah.
dude.
Okay. Hmm.
Um, it's just hilarious how you can because that man's been in like a ton of martial arts movies, right? And you can just see through his own action choreography like how fucking skilled that man is of like how quick and like the raw power.
Hmm.
Not discrediting the other main characters, but like just shows who's like the big boy
I
in the
agree. Yeah.
house. Um you know what's funny? When I was watching this movie, I was like, is that actor just blind? Because I think the last movie I saw of him was in Rogue One.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, wait, I know he can't be blind, but like those are the only movies I've seen of him. Um, are when he's
It's a good
blind.
question. Hmm.
But okay. And so then yeah, let's dig in. So when did you start to feel tired by the
Um,
film?
Well, I would also like to mention like I don't know exactly when, but I would like to mention this. Just like there's only so many ways you can kill people, right? And it's
Hmm.
really cool when he's going up against all these people that require so much effort, each one. But like, I think the issue, in my opinion, is in the first and second movies. In the first movie, they talked about like like still probably the coolest thing he could do, which is kill four people in a bar with a pencil, right?
Yep.
And then
Yep.
in the second movie, he killed two people in a bar with a pencil. So it's just like there's just like it's just he can go to like a bunch of strobe nightclubs, right, and kill people. It's just like it doesn't matter how much effort it takes. It's like he just does it over and over and over. And I get that's the point, but
Yeah.
it's exhausting, I guess. So I think probably when they started having like really common run-ins with the bodyguards, it would take like 40 shots.
Gotcha. What did you think of like thinking about the like set pieces. What did you think of like the German club chase? Was
I
that
didn't like that.
You didn't like
I
it?
will say, no, not at all. I will say, I think possibly the one of the coolest action shots is their like one take top down shooter one. That was really cool.
Oh, dude. Yeah, no. Oh my God. See, I forgot. Yeah. Damn. His so oh yeah, no, when they like that was insane. There's so much like production and
Yeah.
that's because that's partially like what I said, I think in my like very brief review of this movie is like it feels as if the writers, right, like how they made this film is they gave like a 10-year-old boy, like a sadistic 10-year-old boy, a bunch of action figures, like way too many,
Hmm.
and then had him do like scenes. And then they literally just spent, because the kid isn't getting paid, or well, I guess he is by
Right.
the Hollywood. Well, let's just pretend like child labor, right? Not getting
Yeah.
paid. And then they spent everything else on the budget on like set design, action, and choreography. That's it. It's like I don't know. It's been a
Yeah.
really it for me. I just really loved it because it reminds me of like Bruce Lee or just like martial arts movies where the point of the craft is just to showcase the level of work and dedication it took with all of the action set pieces. Um, and it each for me, like each set piece was unique enough and had like the stakes and the variation for me to stay interested in it
Hmm.
more than it's now. This is I rewatched the first movie like a year ago, and
Uh-huh.
I low key I think this is gonna be my favorite John Wick of all time.
Really? Okay.
It's the what on an action spectacle
Hmm.
surface. I would argue that this is probably one of the most impressive like action films of the decade.
Yeah,
I know there's
I would
recency
agree.
bias. The only film that's in my head right now that's like saying no would be like maybe like Mad Max Fury Road. And that I would for sure say Mad Max Fury Road has better action set pieces. Just but God, yeah, I don't know. And there's just so many dynamic set pieces in this film. So yeah, I don't know. For me, I just didn't get tired of it because I literally wasn't even necessarily viewing it as like a film
Hmm.
anymore. I was just more viewing it as like just watching a like martial arts tournament that's created
Okay.
like this 10-year-old boy. Um, but I don't know. The only time I think I felt that fatigue that you did is the ending scene on the stairs. Um,
Yeah.
that's when I was just like, okay, I get it. It's like this final stretch. Um, but that it was just too much at that, especially when they literally April 4 they had like that top down.
Hmm.
It's like, dude, we're satisfied. You don't need to give us another. Um, I don't know. I still like then the payoff of like some characters and joining them, going back up the stairs.
Yeah.
Um, which is cool. But I don't know. It's just like it reminded me of like Enter the Dragon, where you just have all these weird, wacky characters and just put them in. Like I'm not gonna remember any of these characters. I'm gonna forget the story. I already forgot it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's really basic, but it's just like that's not what I'm here for.
Okay.
I don't know, but I'm bummed you were because yeah, if you were once after the Tokyo City, there's still a whole lot of movie left.
Yeah.
Um, after so
Hmm.
damn, I don't know. Do you have any other like thoughts or anything like that? That
No, I think you're right when you say this is probably. I would definitely say it's. I mean, personally, I would say it's the most impressive action film that I've seen. It is very impressive, absolutely. But I just think that like after, especially after four movies of this,
yeah.
it's like
Did you rewatch the previous John Wicks before this, or you just go into it? Um,
no. I mean, I've watched him enough times to know the plot from each one.
okay.
So
How many times have you seen the previous three? Have you rewatched them?
yeah, no, a bit.
Okay. I've only rewatched the first one once, and then I've
Yeah,
only or twice, and then the second and third one I only saw when they came out in theaters, and then that's it. So I like kind of just went in this movie blind,
man, this
ish.
franchise is like 8 years old. It's insane.
I know. Well, it's like so. Have you? I will say this though. I'm kind of pissed that they're doing a fifth one. Um,
What?
dude, oh, it's so weird. It makes no sense. Like,
Oh, is
so
hold on, spoiler alert. Is he gonna kill Satan?
I don't know. That's the
Oh
thing.
my
I'm
god.
just like, because it's like the movie. So when before I saw this movie, that was the other thing I saw is like, so when you go on Letterbox, there is a John Wick 5. That's so I was like, oh, I guess there's a fifth one in production. So that also hindered my like expectations for this film. But when you watch this film, you're like, why the fuck would there be another one? This is like literally the way it should go. It's like, stop it. Stop. Like the only way that I can see the fifth one happening, right, is heavy spoilers. Go see it if you liked what I said, or if you're tired of them, that don't see it. Right there. But
You're
now to
gonna no. You
spoilers.
still see it. It's John Wick. You
Okay.
gotta see it.
Okay. Well, then yeah. Then listen, both of us go see it. But the only way I can see the fifth movie happening is like the John Wick is resurrected by like some like Lawrence Fishburne has like mage abilities, right? Even though he did that in for this the third one. And then they like the homeless and Lawrence Fishburne rise up as a revolt and kill the high table. I don't know what the fuck else. Like, dude, your movie was 2 hours and 15 minutes long, and you just had one of the most impressive action set pieces. Like Keanu Reeves isn't getting any younger. Like it's just like, dude, end it there. It's fine. You
Yeah.
don't need to do more. Stop it.
Hmm.
But I was like, oh, maybe it wasn't happening, and then I saw a headline, whatever, like Lionsgate or
Yeah.
something is like Lionsgate announced they're strongly interested in John Wick 5. So I don't fucking get it. Um, dude.
Yeah. It'll be interesting. I'm really excited actually to see what they try doing.
See,
It's gonna be really funny.
that now this is hilarious because like I was totally like, I had an absolute blast watching this, but I'm like, no
Yeah.
more. And you're like, I'm fucking tired of these, but you're like, I want another. Fuck it, give
Oh
it to
no, I
me.
want so many.
Oh my god. So yeah. Oh, damn. But no, yeah. John Wick 5. Oh, I wanted to really quick, really quick, Isaac, and then I'll let you go. Let you go to sleep. I know it's
I can go to
12:40.
sleep.
I know it's almost there. It's almost there. I'm gonna tell you my movie theater experience because it's kind of also a PSA.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
it's obvious now, right? I think a lot of people have realized like after COVID, um, people don't like have learned what movie theater etiquette is anymore. It ever like it. I don't know what happened. I don't know what changed it. It's generally that's why I hate kind of going into like, especially if it's a big movie like John Wick. I really don't want to see it at a theater anymore because it's just like crazy. And I'm going to tell you why. So my quick experience, I get to the theater, right? And there's people sitting in my seat, which is cool. Also, really quick, Isaac, at your theater, do they check your ID for your tickets?
No.
Dude, at the AMC in Lakewood, they check your fucking ID, which I that's just in of its own. I'm like, that's weird. I'm not gonna get into even why it's weirder, but it's
They just think you're a young lad, Nils. Come on.
I don't even know. And it's not because it's R rated. I've just seen other movies that were like PG-13 and they asked for your ID. So it's not an R rating thing.
Well, maybe they just think you're like really young, you know?
I I I don't know, but um, and I was with my dad too, so it wouldn't even make any
No.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Okay, so right, I get in. Someone's sitting in my seat, so I have to say, "Excuse me, you're sitting in my seat." They have to get up. But if you're gonna steal someone's seat, at least have the audacity to take a shower beforehand. Because when I
Um,
sat back in the seat, they left like this must of just like a mustiness and bo in my seat, and it was all warm and shit. I was like, dude, what the fuck? Like, come on, man. If you're gonna steal someone's seat, take a shower. So that was the first thing. I was like, whatever. And
mhm.
then, oh man, so rest in peace, Lance Reddick, right?
Yeah.
Damn, sucks. Loved him. But so in this movie, you see him, right? You see that because he was still part of this movie.
Mhm.
Um, if you see a recently dead actor, right, and you see him on the big screen, that's not a cue as if it's an MCU cameo to shout woo when you see the actor. I don't I can't believe I have to say that.
Yeah.
Not every movie is dude, calm down. This isn't a Marvel cinema like
Mhm.
it just you don't woo for a celebrity who recently died. Stop it. That's just so fucking weird. Oh, and it was the person who stole my
Yeah.
seat too. That's also just oh. Um, and then lastly, to my right, there's just someone literally just talking the entire movie. It's just like what the what? I don't fucking know. But yeah, but it just shows how good John Wick 4 was because it kind of made me forget a little bit.
Good for you.
It made me have a good time because if the movie was like mediocre or good, I would have had a really bad time
Yeah.
from those
Okay.
people.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah. So all right, Isaac, I don't want you to have to stay up any longer. Do you have any more final thoughts before? What would you give your star rating for this film?
Like 3.5.
3.5, sick. I gave it a 4.5.
Wow. Wow. A
I
four and
think
a half.
that
Oh,
might be one of our biggest disparities, and it also me giving the I don't know. That's crazy.
that's
Damn.
crazy.
But all right, any last final thoughts before Isaac goes to sleep?
Yeah, one more thing on movie theater
Oh
etiquette
yeah,
because it
please.
happened to me. Not as nearly as bad as yours. Um, but if you walk into an empty theater with your girlfriend or
Mm-hmm.
vice versa, um, and you see an empty theater, you don't switch seats and sit next to the one guy in the theater. That's not what you do.
Is that what?
Yeah. That was the most uncomfortable I've been in my entire life,
No,
Nils.
dude. Wait, they switched over to sit next to
Yeah.
you.
Because I didn't buy tickets next to people. No way.
Oh my god, that's so fucking weird. Were they like, do they
Yeah.
want to talk to you, or is it?
I don't think so. They didn't. So I just moved
Oh,
seats.
wait, and so they already bought like seats, and then they saw
Yeah.
you
I'm
sitting, and
assuming because they got in, right? And
oh
then
my god,
I didn't buy a seat next to two occupied seats. And I checked the seat map because I was like, oh, I'll buy a ticket. And then they showed me the seat map and it's just like they're empty.
bro, I'm so
Terrible
sorry.
time. Terrible time.
Holy fuck. What? No,
Yeah.
that's I think honestly, I think that's as bad as my experience. Cause like
Not great.
the holy shit. Yeah. Fuck you.
Georgetown students, God.
Yeah. But well, I'm glad he said that. So yeah, learn how to
Yeah.
behave
Yeah.
in movie theater, please.
Hmm.
Fuck. Um, so yeah. All right. Well, I think that's pretty much it, right, Isaac?
Yeah. I'm good. Anything else?
Um, I hope you have a great sleep, Isaac.
Oh, me too, man. It's gonna be amazing.
Awesome. All right.
It's gonna be great.
Good night. Love you and love you all.